Hello and welcome. My name is Subama Wakama. Welcome to my channel, Man Mentoring Man. It's a place where men mentor men to be successful in all that it takes to be a man and to live as kings in the 21st century. You see, every man needs a coach. We do this because I believe, that every man needs a coach. We all need somebody to encourage us, somebody to help push us into all that we can be. And I do this from a Christian perspective, by the way. I believe in the scriptures, in the fullness of the scriptures. And I want to share a nugget with you. I've been thinking, we live in a fast-paced world, and we live in a time when everybody is in a hurry to arrive at a destination. Everybody's in a hurry for the next win, the next big thing. And we men tend to be pressured into making decisions. We tend to make quick decisions. We tend to make decisions about our life. Sometimes make decisions that have consequences for the next 10, 20, 30 years of our lives in a quick instant, or sometimes over a protracted period of time that we do not quite employ the rigor and the critical lens, the critical or spiritual lens to look through things, to weigh matters, to make sure that we make the right decision. You see, you would never see any king being rushed into making a decision. I know that we live in a different time, and we may not be used to who kings are and how kings live or how kings behave, and so sometimes we don't have something to measure our attitude by, our characteristics by, what we do on a daily basis. You see, when kings make decisions about any matter, no matter how trivial it is, they need to deliberate on the matter. They take time, they think about it, they seek wise counsel, they put all the information together and arrive at a decision. Kings cannot afford to make mistakes. And if you have been making rash decisions about your life, hasty decisions, it is time to rethink this. You are not just a man, you are a king. You are a royal priesthood. You are bought with a price. You are made in the image of God. There is so much more in you than you even realize. And so it is high time we start, considering matters as a king will consider matters, not being hasty in arriving at your decisions and taking your time to arrive at decisions. Now, there's a scripture I want to share with you in the book of Isaiah 11. Isaiah 11 verse 3. It says, and this is the prophecy of Jesus, and it says, and he will delight in the fear of the Lord, which is another live I'm going to do at some point, just talking about the fear of God and even the old concept of fear. And it will not judge what it sees, it will not judge by what its eyes see, and it will not decide by what its ears hear. Now, this is the prophecy of Jesus, the Messiah. And Isaiah was prophesying about the king who would be born and the Messiah, and how it will be righteous in the way it judges things, in the way it decides on any matter. It would not just go by what it sees or just by what it hears. And if this weren't true in any time in history, it is more true, it is so true right now in our reality, that we are bombarded with so much information, that it is so easy to have the wrong impression, the wrong perspective, and arrive at the wrong decision about any topic ever, any issue there. There is so many variant information, variant perspective, and matter of fact, the false narrative all sometimes tend to get to you first. The false narrative has a way of getting to you earlier, first. You have a disagreement with somebody, or you hear something about what somebody did wrong, as a kingly person, as a man with a kingly approach, it would do you well to pause. It would do you well to gather facts. It would do you well to not rush to conclusions. It will do you well to gather facts. It would do you well to consult. It would do you well to pray. It would do you well to consider the facts before you, not judge just by what you hear or what you see, especially if the first information you get is by people around you, people you love, people you're concerned about, people in your crew, your boys, your own boys. Because they're your own boys does not mean that you go exactly by what they say. Because they're your own boys does not mean you believe everything they say. You have, as a king, have to consider that you don't make decisions just like any other man. You make decisions righteously. And when I use the word righteously, what I mean is you are of right standing. You have a high moral standing. You hold yourself to a very high standing. You don't make a decision just because the people around you echo the same thing. It doesn't mean because the people around you are saying the same thing does not mean it's true. You take your time and you dig deep into matters. You consider matters and you make sure you find what is true in the way you decide. I mean, I know men who have decided on who they're going to marry, on how they're going to, even the businesses they're going to go to based on the appearance of a thing. You know, you cannot decide a woman you're going to marry based on how she looks, just her outward beauty. All of those things are but fleeting. They don't last forever. You have to look deeper. You have to go deeper into the character, into the compatibility, into the depth, into the vision that both of you can accomplish. And so kingly man, I'm not talking about any kind of man. If you're just any kind of man, then I'm not talking to you. If you're a kingly man, you need to start looking through things to the real meat, the content, the actual thing that you are considering. Spiritual matters, matters of faith, matters of your life. Things are seldom the way they appear. Nothing is actually the way it appears. What do you consider? Do you spend time in prayer before you make any decision? Do you spend time considering a matter, a big decision in your life, where to go to, what jobs to start, making any decision in period? Do you spend time praying? Do you spend time contemplating? Do you spend time really thinking before you make decisions? Real men, kingly men, spend time take time to consider a matter. They take time to consider a matter. They take time to contemplate an issue. They take time to dig deep before they make a decision. And I'm inviting you to challenge yourself. Challenge yourself henceforth to say, you know what? I want to start doing the hard work. I want to start doing the hard work of considering a matter beyond how it looks. I want to go deep. I want to think. I want to consider all the perspectives. I want to pray about this. I want to invite God into this matter. And when I arrive at a decision, I want to carry it out as a king. I want to be confident in the decision that I've arrived at. That's all I have for you today. The next time you make a decision, the next time you think on a matter, think and act like a king that you are. Please share this video, subscribe to this channel, share this video with your brothers, with your friends. I'm going to be bringing fresh resources to you as I feel led. Join the conversation on what it means to be a real man living in the 21st century. Have a good one.